we're just about to the finish line with the HasLab Moss Eisley Cantina. But for those that tuned in today to see an update about that, well, you're going to just have to wait for another week, because today, this video is all for you, Kenner fans. Today I spotlight the Kenner Creature Cantina from 1978. Stay tuned. That review and unboxing is coming up next. Hey Star Wars fans, welcome back to another video from All Things Star Wars Considered. I'm your host Doug, and today, since I've been spending so much time on the vintage collection, more specifically the HasLab Moss Eisley Cantina, I thought it only fair to kind of go back to vintage, because like I always say, it's All Things Star Wars Considered, so I like to try to give a little bit to everybody. So, sometimes people don't feeling the love from vintage, so got to come back to that. So I thought, what better thing to talk about or actually spotlight and review but the actual original Kenner Cantina that started the whole thing off. Back in, 1978, maybe 79, Kenner put out this very archaic, very, I don't want to say juvenile, because, it was for kids. It's supposed to be juvenile. So they put out the Creature Cantina. And when you put it up against what we're going to probably get from a Hasbro, as this video is going to, as it's going to post, as I'm posting it, we're just about there with the HasLab. So, we'll see what the end total is, but, obviously we're going to get ourselves a HasLab Moss Eisley Cantina. So, it's funny, I talk to people. I actually got some people on my route that actually talk to me about my channel, because I bring it to their attention, and a couple of them were really cool and actually subscribed and actually talked to me, when I'm out delivering. And that's great. I have a young man, he's just turning 13. He actually, came up to me the other day on my route, and he's like, "Hey, I love your channel." And I thought that was great. So thanks, Braden. I really appreciate it. And to you, Gary, I appreciate you tuning in and watching my channel as well. So stuff like today's video will probably be more towards Gary. He's my age. He grew up with this stuff. And he really likes the nostalgia of looking back at these toys that he grew up with. Of course, obviously I do. I like to, and you've probably seen that through my videos and through my collection room tour, I like to always kind of have like a balance, like an offset. Like, I love to have like this simplistic Jabba's palace with all the Kenner figures, and then right next to it, this modern, like really, great figures, great accessories, just like a night and day, it's sunny, it's raining, so that's what I like to do with my collection. I like to show these contrasts between the old and the new. So I thought, what better way today than to get into the Kenner Creature Cantina. So let's get to that right now. All right, and here it is, the Creature Cantina Action Playset. Now, I would love to say that this was from my childhood. I actually didn't have the Cantina when I was younger. We had the figures, we had certain things, and my friends had certain things, and we all kind of got together and kind of like put all our stuff together and played that way. So I didn't actually have this, but when I got older, I wanted it, and my cousin had this, and he sold it to me for quite a really good price. So I do actually have it now in my collection, so I'm very happy to have that. It's got, obviously you can see the Star Wars logo on it with the Luke and Leia Hildebrand. It's got the double piping racetrack around the outer edge of the box, which was customary for all the toys and figures and play sets back then. The what it says is the contents is plastic Cantina base with 2 battle action levers, opening front door, circular bar, and chipboard backdrop with pictures of Star Wars Cantina band. Very interesting. Chipboard, huh? All right, so let's get to the side of the box. Got the Luke and Leia Hildebrandt logo, the Star Wars logo, Creature Canteen action playset. Then we have action lever, simulates Ben Kenobi's lightsaber fight. Wasn't much of a fight. He pulled out a lightsaber and chopped off his arm, and that was it. You have the remote button on the floor, which opens the Cantina doors. Anybody that's familiar with this place said it isn't much of a feature, but it's still cool for 78. And then we also have the rear action lever. Simulates Han Solo blasting the alien Greedo with his laser pistol. So that was the front. The back is the same. We have the same logos there. And then we have the same image on both ends of the box. You can see there's a Toys R Us price tag on it, and I tried to kind of see what this cost, but somebody crossed it out and they did a decent enough job, so I really can't make out what this cost. I'm figuring somewhere around $10, but there you have it. So let's open this up and let's get into it. All right, so here we go. Let's open this up, and where's the cardboard? Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Let's get this box out of the way. We've seen enough of it. Oh, here's your backdrop. This one's in pretty good shape. A little bit of weathering around the outer edges, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. I don't know who these guys are. I mean, they got the Cantina band somewhat correct, and looks like they got the 2 Duros. I'm sorry for the glare on that. That's just the flash kind of. And we got a couple of Jawas. That's about all I see that I recognize. But, okay. So anyway, any event, here's the base. We got the door here, which I'm not a fan of, but, oh well, it is what it is. I should have probably just put this together off camera, because we don't necessarily need to see this. So actually, let's do that, because I don't want you to have to sit there while I kind of put this together. So you see what you have. And when we come back, I'll have this together and pop some figures on it and call it a day. Okay, here it is, all set up. Let's see if this works. I tried it a couple of times off camera and nothing was working. So here it is. The Mos Eisley Creature Cantina from Kenner. This was around 78, 79. These doors, there's some sort of elastic feature, and you pop on that little button right down there. You can kind of see it behind Dr. Everson's backside there, and you're supposed to step on it and the doors are supposed to pop open. I never really got them to work right. I know there's some sort of elastic, and it doesn't work great, but that's what it was supposed to be, but it just didn't pan out all that well. You can see in the corner I have my custom Garandin, which I used a Death Squad Commander body, a Vader cape, a communicator from a Cloud Car pilot, a Bespin blaster, and the Power of the Force 2 head. The Power of the Force 2 was so early on and kind of so primitive that you can kind of still get it to pass for a Kenner. So, especially when you use all the other Kenner parts. So, it works. He's snitching out to the Stormtrooper. I got my custom Dr. Everson. Obviously, you can see that's a no-brainer there. I used the Han Solo body, repainted, and we used a Power of the Force 2 Dr. Everson head for that. I did a little custom poncho for Luke. He's got this little hat back here. Doesn't really sit on him too well, and it kind of looks goofy, but that's Kenner. Then we've got Obi-Wan and Ponda Baba. We've got this custom guy here, which I ended up picking up on eBay, and when it came in, it was absolutely destroyed. It was that and a Boshek The Boschek wasn't salvageable. The guy ended up giving me my money back because they was in such bad shape. They broke on the way in. This guy was Herchek Calfas. He wasn't in the best of shape. My buddy George actually repaired him, repainted him, and we actually salvaged him. You can see that I got my Greedo there, which we've spotlighted in the past. All I've done for him is just added a little orange vinyl cape just to give him that vintage vibe, but not giving him too much more than that. So then, of course, we got Snaggletooth and vinyl cape jowl, which is a custom. That's not a real vinyl cape. But I thought it looked good in the display. Let's see if we can get Greedo to kind of topple over. I don't know if we can. Yeah. Boom. Bosta besta the Costa. Yeah, I'll bet you have. Yeah, there's Greedo. That's about as far as he's going to go. Let's see if we can get Ben to whack out Ponda Baba here. Yeah. That's some pretty good stuff. Let's try it one more time. I don't know. I've never been able to get this guy to topple over. Ever. It's supposed to pop. Oh, yes! And Ponda Baba has been dispatched by Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a first. So, to quote the kids in the commercial, what a weird place! Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a weird place.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I had to shoot it a couple of times because I couldn't get any of the action levers to do any type of action. And even the one that I did use were barely any action. They just kind of like fell over. Maybe the actual little buttons that popped up to knock them over really didn't even actually do anything. Maybe it was more gravity than anything. But it was fun, you know? And I love coming in here and seeing that piece of nostalgia, you know, with all the old action figures. I mean, that was my childhood, you know. HasLab is going to be my adulthood. The Creature Cantina from Kenner is my childhood. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I try to give a little bit to everybody, you know. Some people are going to come to the site because they want to see all the modern stuff. They want to see, you know, what's going on now. And then other people just want to be transported back to their childhood and be reminded about how much fun it was to be playing with those toys. So for those people, this video is for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Just want to thank everybody for the continued support of the channel. You guys are the reason why I do what I do. Without you, I'm nothing. Yes, blah, blah, blah. I say this all the time. But if you haven't done so, I ask you to hit the subscribe button so I can continue to keep bringing you that Star Wars content that we've all come to know and love. If you like the video, give that a like so that, you know, like I always say, that helps the channel as well. If you have a question, a comment, some input, please leave it in the comment section. You know I always get back to you. And we're going to wrap things up. Want to wish everybody a great day. Thank everybody for watching, and we will see you on the next video. And as always, may the Force be with you.
We don't serve their kind here. You're droids. They'll have to wait outside. We don't want them here.